the arena. It's the WIAA U.S. Bank AAA Boys Championship game. Tonight, the state's top-ranked team, the Sehome Mariners of Bellingham, 29-0, against the upstart and very tough Decatur Gators of Federal Way. Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Callan. Welcome back. I'm joined now by Al Hairston. He won only 5 state championships as coach at Garfield High School. He's currently the head coach at Seattle University. And I know you've seen a lot of great high school basketball teams in this state, Al. The Sehome Mariners could be one of the best teams in a long time.
Yeah, they have an excellent squad. They got the inside-outside game going. They got 2 guards that can really fill it up, and to go 30-0 really says a lot for a high school team.
And you've got a coach like Pat Fitterer, their head coach, who they're going for win number 30 on the season against 0 losses. That's something special when you can do something like that in high school basketball.
Definitely. Yeah, Coach Fitterer has done a good job with the team. Coming from AA. Playing real tough down AA and moving up to AAA this year and being where they are right now speaks very well for their program.
And they have some certain key players, including Jared Stevenson for the Mariners.
Yeah, Jared's a fine guard. He can really shoot the 3. The backcourt for Sehome, I think that's the key to their team. They really make the defense extend out to the line and do a good job with the 3-pointer.
All right. Along with Jeff Chapman, this is a real team all the way. All these guys can contribute.
Yeah, that's another fine guard. And like I said, give them the inside-outside action they're looking for. They can take it inside when they have to.
All right, now you can see Chapman in action as he drives the lane and puts in 2. So Sehome, the #1 team in the state. So a lot of people didn't know much about the Decatur Gators as we look at Mark Plank and their inbound play. This is their opening tip play, Al, and the ball doesn't touch the ground. It's a great opener.
Very polished basketball team, very unselfish. You got 5 starters that are averaging double figures. They pass the ball very well, and there's not one guy that the opponents can key on with this team.
The Decatur Gators from Federal Way, they've had some good teams over the years, but I don't think anyone expected them to have such a top player like Quincy Wilder. He has had a great tournament. He's had a great year, and I talked to you the other day. You said you think he's the best player in the state.
Yeah, I really like Quincy. I've seen him. He played in our summer leagues up at CLU for the last 4 years. I really like the way he plays. I think he's head and shoulders above just about every player in the state of Washington right now.
Well, I'd call him very smooth. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and he's got unusual quickness. He's going to make some college basketball coach very happy.
Very happy. I'd be interested to see if he can play. He played 38 minutes in the previous 3 games. If he can pull off another 38 minutes tonight, he will be the Iron Man of the tournament also.
All right, and here's the guy who made the key shot the other night, the tip-in, Akaika Schilling, as they beat Mercer Island 66-63 to get into this final.
Yeah, Schilling is a tough player. He's the guy that gives it a little bit of inside game, and also he can step outside and shoot the jump. So between him and Quincy, it'll be interesting to see if those 2 can carry them past Sehome.
All right, as we look at our Northwest Ford dealers' keys to the game, if Quincy's hot or not, that could be very important because he is one of the best players in the state. The pressure defense of both Sehome and the Gators, that could also be a factor.
And also, out of that pressure defense, I think Sehome will get a lot of easy baskets if they can pressure and get the ball up and down the floor the way they like to play.
All right, joining us also for tonight's game, along with Al Hairston, Cairo's Nita Wiggins will be here as well. Nita, what are you working on right now?
Ron, the crowd has completely turned over from the girls' AAA game. I'm in the middle of the Decatur seating section. All these people around me have what's called the dirty gold hair. That's Justin Storrs, who's a reserve player for the Decatur team. As you can see, the hair color really caught on. This team is excited. These fans are excited. This is going to be a fun game.
Okay. I think they're pumped up tonight, those Gator fans up to it. They can sense a big upset. There's a lot of pressure on Sehome, but I think we're shaping up. We're about 1:45 away from the tip. Stay with us. We'll have the play-by-play coming up. The State Boys AAA Championship game, Sehome and Decatur. Stay with us.
The 1996 WIAA U.S. Bank High School Basketball Championship. Brought to you by U.S. Bank, proud supporters of high school activities. By your Northwest Ford dealers, home of the #1 selling line of cars and trucks in America. Test drive a Ford today. By U.S. West. And by United Furniture Warehouse. Fine furniture, warehouse prices.
Us versus them. At some banks, applying for a loan makes you wonder if they really want to give you the money or just the runaround. But at U.S. Bank, we'll process your credit approval in 30 minutes, no matter what kind of consumer loan you need. So if you're tired of waiting for them, call us at 1-800-US-LOANS. U.S. Bank, one of the few banks in a hurry to loan you money.
Recently, Dairy Queen has been filling my head with all kinds of new Blizzard and Breeze flavors. What do you think about thick, chunky fudge Oreo, crunchy cappuccino heat, or creamy mint M&Ms at $1.29? All 3 Blizzard and Breeze flavors for only $1.29. I can't wait to dig in. But first things first, for hot eats, cool treats, think DQ.
Welcome back to Seattle's Key Arena. One of these two schools is going to win a state AAA championship for the first time. Let's head over to our PA announcer for the starting lineup.
The WIAA U.S. Bank AAA Boys State Championship game between the Sehome Mariners and the Decatur Gators. Sportsmanship is pride in your school and your team and yourself. Sportsmanship is appreciation of all performances and the graceful acceptance of the results. And now let's meet the players. First, for the Wesco AAA, 29-0, the Sehome Mariners, number 10, Josh Terrell. And for the Decaturs from the South Puget Sound League, number 12, Lewis Dawson. For Sehome, number 12, Sean Ryan. For Decatur, number 21, Eric Anderson. For Sehome, number 20, Brady Gustafson. Number 22 for Decatur, Justin Stores. Number 30 for the Mariners, Kyle Felmely. Number 24 for Decatur, Ed Rankin. For Sehome, number 32, Corbin Stratton. For Decatur, number 30, Chad Myers. Number 40 for the Mariners, Justin Pendry. Number 42 for the Decatur Gators, Andy Lipscomb. For Sehome, number 42, Joey Anderson. And for the Gators, number 52, James Lowry. And here are the starting lineups. For the Mariners, starting at a guard, a 6-foot senior, number 14, Jared Stevenson. For Decatur, at a point guard, a 6-foot junior, number 11, Aaron Balesa. At a guard for Sehome, a 6'1 senior, number 24, Jeff Chapman. And for the Gators, a guard, a 6-foot junior, number 20, Brent Brilhante. Starting forward senior, 6'3", number 34, for the Mariners, Ryan Kettman. For Decatur, a 6'3" senior guard, number 23, Quincy Wilder. At a forward for Sehome, a 6'5" senior, number 44, Keith Koskala. At center for Decatur, number 33, 6'2" senior, Roosevelt Morris. at center for Sehome, a 6'7" senior, number 54, Mark Spink. And for the Gators, number 34, Akaika Schilling.
All right, we're about ready to start the boys AAA final. We'll be back with a tip-off right after this.
When it comes to tough compact trucks, there's no doubt the Ford Ranger rules. And right now, you can get a brand new 96 Ranger at a price that rocks. Just $163 a month will get you a red carpet lease on a 96 Ranger XL regular cab 4x2. Leased America's #1 selling compact truck with driver's side airbag, rear wheel ABS, and more for just $163 a month. Deals this sweet don't come along every day, so don't miss your chance to save big. Go see your Northwest Ford dealer now.
We're hungry. Let's go to Taco Time. Can we go? The food at Taco Time is fresh, just the way you like it. They even have vegetables. Kids' meals are $1.99. Really? Yep. Way cool toys. There's no mess to clean up. Cheese quesadilla, please.
Or enjoy a crisp bean burrito or crisp beef taco with all the pop you can drink.
Gotta have it. How about tonight?
It's time for fresh, great tastes.
And fun. Thanks, Mom. Way to go.
Welcome back to Key Arena. You see some of the Sehome fans. This could break a record tonight for one of the largest crowds to see a high school basketball game in a long time. It's a great crowd to watch Sehome. They'll be wearing the dark green uniforms against the Decatur Gators in their gold uniforms. They're blue and gold, mainly gold. But here's the tip-off. Wilder and Plank. Here we go. Roosevelt Morris gets a tip, and the ball is in Wilder's hands, and keep your eye on him.
Quincy's a tough player.
Aaron Balesa to Brohanty. Back to Balesa. He can drive the baseline, puts it up. So there's that Sehome defense right off the top.
I don't think he'll get much in there. That's a pretty big front line. I don't think he'll get much penetration that way.
All right, Jared Stevenson. Over to Ryan Ketman. The bounce pass to Koskela, who gets it inside to Ryan Ketman. And we have our first basket in the AAA boys final.
There's that backcourt pressure right here. I think this will be a key in terms of how well Decatur will do tonight. How well they handle backcourt pressure.
All right, Schilling to Wilder. Wilder will take about a 20-footer. Over and off. Trying for the rebound. The Sehome Mariners from Bellingham. For a perfect season. So difficult to do. There's Ryan Ketman. The flank. He'll bounce it back out on top to Jared Stevenson. He's averaging 14 points a game.
Very patient in the half-court set. They always make the passes until they get the shot they're looking for.
All right, Stevenson misses, but the putback was good by Keith Koskela. And it's 4-0 Sehome early in this one. 6:31 to go, first quarter. Brohanty drives the left, puts it off the glass, and off. They can't get the ball to drop. Plank with a big rebound. And now the Mariners take their time. He bounce passes it to Ketman. Ketman tied up by Wilder. Back out on top to Chapman. Koskela underneath. Nice defense by Wilder. He's very quick.
It was a nice baseline cut there, too. I mean, if that pass had been a half a second quicker, we'd have another layup right there.
All right, they'll inbound it underneath. Sehome going from our left to our right on TV here. Cross court. There's a long bomb by Ketman. It's a three-pointer. And Sehome takes an early 7-0 lead.
They don't look very nervous to me. A team that's trying to win 30 games in a season. They look very confident out there.
Wilder with the ball. He's a great ball handler. And there's the first foul of the day on the Mariners. Jeff Chapman picks it up. All right, we'll be back with more.
From the network that brings you Star Trek Voyager comes a new generation of heroes.
You're mine now.
6 cadets, so young the enemy might underestimate them.
It's a drill, right?
But if they do, big mistake. Now, what started out as a training mission is about to become the real thing.
Let them close. If I let them get any closer, I'm going to be shoving it up there.
Now, these cadets must pass the ultimate test. Or die trying. Morgan Fairchild, Chad Everett, Star Command.
Monday night at 8 on Cairo TV 7.
How confusing telecommunications can be. GTE, which is why choosing them is the right thing to do.
Early score 7-0. I'm Ron Cowan alongside Al Hairston and Nita Wiggins. It's the boys AAA Finals right here on Cairo Television from Seattle's Key Arena. Hope you're enjoying the evening. We had a great first game. Meade topped Kamiak 44-41 for the girls' crown.
Very important possession. This is a very important possession for Decatur here. You don't want to get too far behind. You don't want to lose contact early in the game, especially against a team like Sehome. They're very tough once they get a lead.
Sehome with a tough trapping defense. Wilder in the corner, double team, way back out on top to Brohanty. The long three, a little short. Morris with the rebound, and Plank blocks it out of bounds.
Not much happening in the paint for Decatur. If they don't start knocking down these threes, it could be a long night for it.
And that was an NBA three. I mean, he took a long three. There's the block. Decatur gets the ball in bounds. Brohanty. For Wilder, the ball is tipped. He picks it back up. Of course, there's no shot clock in boys basketball. They can take as long as they want. Something I know Al would like to see a clock someday. I know you would.
Yeah, I think that would. I think it would make it a lot more entertaining for the fans and keep the game moving.
Schilling gets the offensive rebound, but they cannot get that ball to go in the basket. A tough offensive start for the Gators. All right, as you can see, the coach of the Sehome, the Decatur Gators, Keith Cooper. That is, the Decatur coach's name is Keith Cooper. Gerald Millett is actually their principal, and that's Pat Fritter, the Sehome coach. We'll get it straight for you, folks. That's Mark Plank. And it's up. And off the basket. Sehome gets the ball back again. Jeff Chapman, number 24, scrambles for it. First foul of the night for Quincy Wilder. And right now it seems like Decatur's a little bit rattled.
They're a little rattled. They're a little about a half step late. They just got to settle down. And you know, we had a TV timeout. This might be a good time to for the coach to get his kids over and settle them down and run a play to get a basket on the other end. Right now, what they need most is a basket.
All right. Well, there's a three-pointer for Sehome. Ryan Kepman, and it's 10-0.
Sehome fans, we ask your cooperation.
4:22 to go first quarter. Decatur, it's still early. They've got to get moving. Wilder shot blocked by Plank. That's his second block of the evening. And here come the Mariners. They're 29-0 for a reason. I think we're looking at the reasons why early in this one, Al.
Yeah, combined defense with good spot-up shooting and good ball movement, and you get a 10-point lead early in the game.
All right, Decatur gets the ball. Nice job getting the ball. Morris gets it across half court. To Schilling for the long three. Off the mark, no good. Rebound taken by Brohanty. Looking to get it inside to Morris. Lots of tall timber in there. It's hard to get that ball over.
What's happening inside tonight?
The Mariners do have a big height advantage. This time it's Chapman with the long bomb. That one misses. Here come the Gators. 3:27 to go first quarter. They've yet to score. They're 0 for 10 from the floor. Nice fake though by Morris. He draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, Decatur have got to get off the snide. You've been surprised how difficult it.
All right. That's Schilling. Nice pass inside.
Good interior passing. That's exactly what we got to have. You got to get penetration, get a good dish inside, and hopefully get some people in foul trouble. But before it's over, Decatur's going to have to step up and make that three-pointer.
All right, this is Morris. He's averaging 5.7 during the regular season and in the playoffs. A consistent player, but he misses the first foul shot for the Gators tonight. 3:21 to go, first quarter in this AAA Boys Championship. Decatur's had some great teams the past few years. A lot of people didn't really think this is one of their better teams, but here they are. They've played well in postseason play.
They got on Quincy's back, and he's carried them this far. It is, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see if he can play another good 38 minutes of basketball.
So you can see the field goal attempts is a pretty graphic. 0 for 10 to 4 for 7. But there's a steal. And here comes the Gators. They slow it down. Trying to get a little bit of control going.
I think with the double team that Sehome's doing every time the Decatur gets the basketball, the spacing is going to be really important for Decatur. Get spotted up, get in a spot where you like to shoot the ball, and wait till the ball rotates and get it in the hole.
All right, another missed shot. They're 0 for 11 from the floor now. As Morris tried to save it, but the ball will go to the Sehome Mariners. So far it's been all Sehome so far. 2:47 to go in the first quarter. The Mariners 10, the Gators nothing. Come on back.
Hyperkeratosis? Symptom: persistent, itchy, flaky scalp. Solution: Neutrogena T-Gel. It works. Neutrogena T-Gel Shampoo. Recommended #1 by dermatologists.
Honey, are you okay?
Yeah, relax. It's not broken.
Does it hurt?
No, the doctor gave me Tylenol. Extra strength.
Tylenol, the hospital's choice for pain.
And it's working great, Matt. The car, on the other hand.
There I was, making the most of my youth before it's gone. And then walked Mom, saying I needed tux for some dorky party. Then she whips out the US West Direct Yellow Pages and goes, I use this to find everything I want. End of lecture. Then Mom, the cyber shopper, took over. And I knew I'd get busted in something lame. But we found a tuck shop that had some kicking stuff. And it looked like that guy in the movies. Guy who gets the girl. Maybe shopping's not so bad.
It's the one that gets used. US West Direct.
We're back at the boys AAA championship. The slogan for the Sehome Mariners is refuse to lose. Now, we have heard that somewhere before. Of course, they come into the game 29-0. But what you may not know is that Sehome had a team picture taken with the Mariner Moose over the summer. So they're trying to bring some of that Seattle Mariners magic into the basketball season. Right now, they're leading Decatur 10-0 in the first. Now let's go back to the...
Thank you very much, Nita. And you can see the action there. Schilling fouls Plank, and he'll go to the line for 2. It was a nice block, but a little too much body contact out.
Yeah, it's another good example of a well-coached basketball team. You come out of a timeout, you run a set play, you get exactly the shot you're looking for, and you get a foul.
Wasn't a lot of contact, but just enough for the referee to blow that whistle. And here's Plank, one of the top players on the team, and he's really stepped it up in the playoffs, averaging over 14 points per game. Mark Spink, 6'7".
I think he's the inspirational leader of this team. I watched him 3 nights in a row, and he's the guy that gets the high handoff dunk and kind of gets everybody pumped up. So I look for him to be a strong leader on the floor tonight.
And Mark Spink hits both of them. If you're watching in Bellingham tonight, you're smiling right now. Look at that score. 12-0. Sehome leading Decatur of Federal Way. But this one's still early. 2:20 to go in the first quarter.
Sehome took the full court press off, went to a half court press, and dropped back into a kind of a matchup zone. So it'll be interesting to see what adjustments Decatur makes as a result of this.
All right, Justin Storrs in the ballgame, number 22 for Decatur, loses it. Here come the Mariners.
Another turnover.
Jared Stevenson, he's a good ball handler. Gets it to Ryan Kepton for the long one. It bounces high off the rim. There's a foul. And they call it. I believe it could be on Quincy Wilder. Well, they call it on Storrs, 22. So a big little breathing sigh of relief.
I guess Coach Cooper likes that.
I didn't see much of a foul anywhere there, but they called it.
That was a no. It looked like a no call there to me.
Yeah.
Especially when the team is struggling, trying to get their feet on the ground and trying to get a little energy into their game. You know, let them play a little bit.
You can feel the energy, though, coming from Sehome. They are real pumped up right now. They've got the momentum. And what Decatur needs is stepped up their defense a little bit.
I think Decatur needs one basket. There's that high handoff I was just talking about to Spink. And he'll do that. And like I say, he excites the crowd, he excites the team. And that's just another little bit of air out of Decatur's balloon.
So Decatur needs to not worry about the 0 up there. They just need to get some baskets and get moving. Not worry about the point spread.
They're getting good looks. It's just that they just seem a little bit tight. And, you know, that first basket is a hard one to get, and no one wants to go 0 in the first quarter of a state championship game.
And there's a silly little foul by Ryan Ketman. The bottom line, though, is I think you're right. I think they seem just so tight right now. They're just lined up tight as a drum. As they call a timeout, the Gators. And let's head down to Tacoma. Cairo's Bill Rocky with the latest on the AA championship. Folks of Puget Sound area basketball, you've got Blanchette winning the AA title for girls and the Tides of Gig Harbor. They have a very talented team down there. But right now the story here is Sehome and the fact with 1:11 to go in the first quarter, Al, is 14-0.
Another set play. A little bit more pressure on the passer, I think, made that little lob a little bit tougher. I think Decatur has got to step up their defense. They got to run a play to get a basket and get off the snide and get started in this thing.
And a guy like Quincy Wilder, he needs to get a basket to get untracked.
He's the man. He's the one that can get him going. So if he can get a basket here, right, in this possession right here, I think Decatur will be off and running.
Here's Brillanti. He misses. Rebounds to Sehome. Here comes the fast break. 3-on-2 for the 34. Ryan Chapman puts it in, and it's 16-0. 7 points for him on the night.
You know, the farther you go into this, the smaller that basket gets.
You got to get the ball to Wilder, and he's got to take a good shot. Nice pass over to the other side, Brillanti. He's tried some long bombs. There's an easy one, possibly, for number 42 for the Decatur Gators, Andy Lipscomb. So there's the foul underneath. And Lipscomb, who just came in the game on this last timeout, has a chance to get the Gators on the board.
You know, Sehome is really impressive in their exterior defense. And when the ball does go inside, you see everybody collapse to the basketball. So there's no easy shots on the floor for the Gators so far.
All right, let's see if he can get that goose egg off the board. And he does. A little sigh of relief from everybody
including us. I breathe a little bit of sigh of relief there also, because I know what kind of pressure it is on kids to get it going and and make it a game.
And Lipscomb averages 1.9 points per game. He's already got 2 tonight, so 2 big one-pointers for Lipscomb to get Decatur on the board, 16-2. 14-point lead, but of course it's very early in this one. Nice pass inside to Keith Costola, and he has fouled. These guys have been playing together since 5th grade, and you know what a great advantage that is, Al. These guys just know each other. They know everybody intricately.
That's one of the advantages of coming from a suburban school, where your kids, they stay in the same system. They come up through the elementary, through the junior highs, and right into high school. That's a big advantage for a coach like that. You know, one of the interesting things I noticed, if you look at their numbers, all of them in 4, all of them stars. I mean, they go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. With 4 being the last number. So I don't think that's by chance, right?
Yeah. Costola. He makes one of the 2, and there's a foul. Looks like it's on Costola. And that gives Decatur the ball and a chance to try to close this gap a little bit. With 13 seconds to go in the first quarter, if you would have said to me it was going to be 17-2, Al, I think I would have disagreed with you. But that's high school basketball. You never know how teams are going to react.
You never know. It's a big possession right here for Decatur, though. They need to get a basket here.
They didn't need that. And they call a foul. With just 2.8 seconds to go, they call a foul on Valesa. And that'll give Sehome one final run at the basket here with 2.8 seconds to go. Let's see if they run a set play. Looks like it's going to be a long shot by number 14, Jared Stevenson. It's no good. And that's the end of the first quarter, dominated by the guys from Bellingham, the Mariners of Sehome. The score, 17-2. You're watching the WIAA U.S. Bank AAA Boys Championship right here on Cairo TV.
You got to play a little defense in this game, too.
All right, there's another long shot. Off the rim, they get the rebound. That's what you want, 1 and out.
Right, 1 and out. This is where Quincy's at his best in the open court. And that's one of the things I really like about him as a player. He's not only a good shooter, but he's also an excellent passer.
Well, it's hard to say where he's going to play his college ball. He's talked about the UW. He's talked about UCLA, Nebraska, Boise State. Who knows who will eventually get him, but he definitely has the skills. That's Mark Spink. The shot is short. There's a battle for the ball, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow to the Gators. Spink's tall, and he's going to need to put some weight on when he gets to college, but he certainly is tough and inside.
Yeah, he's a gritty kid. You know, rumors is that all 4 of those kids want to go to the same school. It'll be interesting to see if they can leave and go as a group. I'm sure Brad Jackson would love to have him up at Western.
Yes, no doubt about that. There's a foul on Jared Stevenson. That's his second. And you don't want to get your playmaker in foul trouble in early in the ball.
No, that could be one of the lights at the end of the tunnel for Decatur if you can get the point guard in foul trouble and make them some adjustments that way.
All right, it's a 1-on-1 situation now, so you can slowly work your way in. You're getting points with the clock stopped. It's still early in the second quarter. You're down 20-5, but
it's kind of unusual for Sehome to have their opponents in the 1-on-1 this early into the contest. They may be a little bit anxious, but you know, Decatur's not taking advantage of any opportunity that they present to them.
There's another missed opportunity. Stevenson passes into the corner. It's Chapman. He's 6'1", looks about 6'2", though. Well, here goes Spink. Look at that. He jams it in.
He's the guy. He's the guy to get everybody going. I think he's the inspirational leader on the team. He does a lot of creative things on the floor.
All right, you can see Mark Spink. What an inspirational leader. He will take a shot. He was fouled on the play. Mark Spink with a shot 22-5. He'll have one shot. And there's a timeout on the floor with 5:53 to go in the second quarter. Sehome 22, Decatur 5. And look at Mark Spink. Watch him drive and jam it in. We'll be back with more right after this.
Live at the Boys AAA Championship. So far in this game, there has been a group of crazy, really happy fans on the Sehome side of things. They are 15 guys from Coach Fitterer's physical education class. They wear basketballs on their heads, and on top of that, they wear T-shirts that spell out Unit 44 for their favorite player, Keith Cascella. Now, right now, these fans have had a lot to cheer about. Sehome is leading Decatur 22-5 in the second.
All right, thank you very much, Nita Wiggins. Quincy Wilder, scoreless on the night. He needs to get on track if Decatur wants to get back in this ball game. Still plenty of time. But so far, Sehome's defense has just been tremendous.
You know, the really interesting thing about Sehome's defense is they switch it in a way that is really hard to read. Unless you have a real heady point guard, it's really tough to decipher what they're actually doing. They've been in a boxing one, they've been in a straight two, they've been in a matchup, all in less than 12 minutes of basketball.
And that's got to confuse even the best guards when they play so well. There's a long three-pointer. That is Kaika Schilling. He's a 6'4" forward who can hit from outside, and that's what you've got to do.
That's what has to happen for Decatur to get back into this thing. They got to get a few stops, like you said, and try to get the running game going. It's a good opportunity right here.
All right, Schilling with the rebound. Takes it to Balessa. Thinks about driving, stops. Back outside to Schilling. The ball's lost out of bounds, and it goes to Sehome. Schilling didn't like the call.
That's an opportunity basket there, at least an opportunity to score that was that Decatur obviously didn't take advantage of. They need to get a shot every time down the floor. They cannot afford empty trips.
And just as you mentioned, they've got Jared Stevenson 14, Jeff Chapman 24, Ryan Kettman 34, Keith Koskela 44, and Mark Spink 54.
They like those fours.
They like the fours in Bellingham. Right now, they like their 14-point lead with 4:36 to go in the second quarter. Earlier tonight, the Meade Panthers of Spokane won the girls' AAA title, Blanchette the AA girls title, and the Gig Harbor Tide the AA boys championship in Tacoma. Sehome with the ball, deep in the right corner, off the top of the backboard, and here come the Gators. This is Stores with the pass to Schilling. Whoa, he trips and falls. Tough break. Tough break. And the ball goes back to Sehome. It looked like he just kind of tripped over his own shoe there.
I think, every time they get an opportunity, it's like it's not happening. I think Quincy has to get the ball in his hands, get everybody 1-4 low, and let him create something and get into the game. Because not only will it pick him up, but it'll pick the other 4 people up on the floor as well as their crowd.
Right now, he seems frustrated. He's only taken 2 shots.
Yeah, he hasn't had the ball in his hands. They're not going to him.
And Sehome, with no shot clock, they can be very patient. They don't have to worry about 30 or 35 seconds. Hang on to it until you find something that's going to work for you. And there's a guy who's been very successful. Spinks back out to Koskela. Off the rim. Ball's out of bounds to Decatur. So with 3:49 to go, Sehome is turned cold.
Right. And
now you got to get back in.
Exactly. They've had 3 trips down, empty trips. If they really need to get a basket right here. Now, at least Quincy has the ball in his hands. There's no one can handle him one-on-one. There's no one in this field that can handle him one-on-one.
He should be doing that all night long.
Exactly.
22-10. Decatur slowly eating away at the Sehome lead. Sometimes you get a big lead early.
You go to sleep. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Here's a long NBA three. No good. Rebound. Taken by Stevenson. Puts it back off the rim. Koskela gets the rebound.
Second and third shot.
To Chapman and he hits. Another three-pointer. You can't give him that many chances.
Nope. Second and third shots are key.
All right. 25-10 now. Wilder. Chapman has 9 on the night. Look at Storrs. He takes a long hit block, but it's picked up by Lipscomb. He puts it up and in.
It's a good hustle basket right there. If Decatur can get this thing down under 10 going into halftime, and I know that's an old cliche as far as basketball goes, but to get it under 10 and play as poorly as they have.
All right, well, we'll be back with more. 2:53 to go, second quarter. Sehome 25, Decatur 12.
Jim, wake up. I just had a terrible dream. I called the money store and they weren't there.
Come on, Joni, you know they're there. They're always there. Homeowners can call the money store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They make it so easy for homeowners to refinance their mortgage and pay off all their debts. So relax. It was just a bad dream.
I know, but I think I'll call them anyway, just to make sure. It's 1-800-LOAN-YES, right, Jim?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, the money store.
Joy, are you okay? It hurts so much to lose. We play so hard. We get so close. I know. Don't take it so hard, Joy. So do you think I'm overreacting? Yeah, just a little. It's only the 3rd game of spring training.
The 1996 Seattle Mariners. You gotta love these guys.
Well, here's a good example of Decatur not giving up.
Right. Quincy made a good pass, and the shots blocked, but a good hustle after a missed shot and get in and get an opportunity to get a 3-point play, and working on trying to get it under 10 for at the end of the half.
All right, Andy Lipscomb with right place at the right time, picks it up, puts it in, and he has a chance to get his 4th point of the night and close the gap to 25-13. He does it. Substitution. Lipscomb comes out of the game. He did his job very well, and Roosevelt Morris, the starting center, comes back in.
The Decatur got a little, they picked up the press a little bit now. They at least extended the defense so that maybe try to take Sehome out of their half-court set and try to make them rush a little bit. I think that's a good move.
Also in the game, Lewis Dawson Jr. for Sehome, or rather for the Decatur Gators. A long 3 bomb, no good. Rebound. Akaika, Schilling. And here comes Quincy. It's 1-on-3. He's got to slow it down, but he takes it down the hole. Inside to Morris. Nice pass. Nice basket.
Good penetration. Nice pass. The right man with the ball at the right time. Quincy Wilder has got to get into the game, and I think he's starting to feel his legs right now.
So at one point it was 16-0. Now it's a 15-9 run for Decatur. They're back in this ball game.
In the game.
and they've got the momentum right now.
It's one of the things about shooting the threes. Now, Sehome is, they got the lead shooting the threes and making it, but you can shoot you in it as well as out of it. And they went cold, and Decatur's right back in the game.
All right, it looks like Decatur now, looks like they believe they've got a chance in this game. You can see it on their faces.
Right. They picked up a lot of confidence in the last 3 or 4 minutes, and like I say, who knows? The right man has the ball right now.
Wilder, top of the key, guarded closely. Jared Stevenson there. Oh, but you don't. A little lapse there, miscommunication.
Right.
End result, turnover. Sehome gets the ball back with a 10-point lead, 2:02 to go.
Empty trip, lack of concentration and focus.
Keith Cooper says, settle down, guys. We can still get back in this. Stevenson.
Let's see if Sehome goes back into to run a little set offense and try to get something inside, because the threes aren't falling for them. They need to establish an inside game again.
All right. That basket will not count.
Number 22, Justin Stores, his second personal foul.
It's going to be 1-on-1.
Team foul number 8. The line, Jared Stevenson shooting 1-and-1. 1 plus the bonus.
Stevenson's just a great player. He's averaging 14 points per game. Real team leader out there. Doesn't get rattled easy.
Left-hander, love those left-handers. I've never seen a left-hander couldn't shoot.
I'm left-handed, so I'm a big believer in left-handed players.
It causes all kind of problems for the defense, too. Believe me.
All right, this is the second one. The Spink would tap the ball inside to Ryan Kettman. Big basket there. Sehome back up by 13. Well, 1:40 to go.
We're back to that 3-2 zone. They need some. I think Decatur needs somebody to flash to the middle.
And there's a push. Looks like they're going to call it on Spink. Spink will be his second foul. And they don't want to get the big guy in foul trouble, because, as you say, he is an emotional leader. Let's take another look at it. There's a nice fake. He doesn't leave the ground. He leaves one toe on the floor, and he gets the body falling on him. Looks like he hesitated. I don't know if he did that intentionally or not, but it worked out for him.
Right. That's good ball fake. Good head and shoulder fake. Get the man there.
He misses, but Morris gets the rebound, puts it up. The shot's blocked. Here comes Kettman. He stops. Gets back out on top to Stevenson. Stevenson at the foul line.
Well, they're going to stay with the jumpers.
Going for the three-pointers. Yeah. Scores, gets the rebound for the Gators. For Wilder, and you wonder why he doesn't push it up faster, but he's waiting for his teammates. Nice flick out on the almost steal. Schilling inside the Wilder, flips it up and in.
Good ball movement there. No, spacing wasn't really that good, but they ended up with a good, easy basket.
All right, final minute of the second quarter. Decatur down by 11. And they're calling a foul on Dawson. Keith Cooper doesn't like it. He thinks that Stevenson was using his elbow.
Getting the elbow and trying to forcing the defense off, but looks like a good no call to me. Let the kids play.
I agree. You get too nitpicky out there, and it slows down the game, it slows down the flow.
Of course, if I was the Sehome coach, I'd be hauling for a foul.
Right. Well, Pat Fitterer has been very proud of this team. The pressure of coming into a tournament undefeated, #1. They've handled it so well. And at this point, they've got a 13-point lead as we approach halftime. They're in a great position right now. This is the man that the Gators need to come alive. The Stores, back to Wilder. 40 seconds to go. No shot clock, remember. Dawson drives baseline, puts it up and in. Nice move.
All right. It's interesting, they got Quincy playing the point, and I haven't seen him play the point in 3 nights. I don't know what he did during the regular season. I know last year he played some point. But they got him at the point right now.
17 seconds to go in this second quarter. Sehome working for the last shot. Spink looks inside for an alley-oop. Nobody's there. Back out on top with 8 seconds to go. Wide open, baseline 3. Oh, perfect.
You talk about execution. That is perfect half-court execution right there.
And he has 12 first half points. That is the end of the first half in the boys AAA final. The score, Sehome 33, Decatur 19. The folks from Bellingham are partying here in the second quarter, and it's halftime. Al, first half, you got to admit, Sehome hot from outside,
right,
and Decatur real tight early, really cost them.
Well, they had about a 2.5 minute span in there where they could have really made a good move at Sehome. They were missing the threes, and it just didn't happen for them.
All right, let's head over to Nita Wiggins.
We're standing here with Coach Pat Fitterer. We're going to talk about that first quarter. Phenomenal first quarter. Your team came out like a freight train. Just tell me what you thought about that quarter.
It was excellent. We came out, did a great job defensively. We stayed right in our scheme, which obviously is a control Quincy because he's such a great player. And at the same time, you got to stop the other players because they didn't get here just with him. And then offensively, we did a great job of running our sets and put the ball in the basket.
Decatur is fighting back. What can you tell the team at the half to keep up that intensity?
Well, they wouldn't be playing for the state championship if they didn't have some fight in them. So we just want to go out and perform every quarter. If we win both quarters, I guarantee them we'll win the game.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach.
All right, thank you, Pat Fitterer and Nita Wiggins. There you see the halftime score. Sehome up by 14 points over the Decatur Gators of Federal Way. We'll be back with halftime activities right after this.
A young boy sets out in search of a fortune in gold.
I have dreams, and I'm not sure I can find them while I'm here.
And along the way, finds a best friend.
I'm called Charlie.
And a special dog named Buck, who teaches him the value of friendship.
If you shake that dog again, I'll kill you.
From the classic story by Jack London, Rick Schroeder stars in The Call of the Wild.
Sunday afternoon at 3 on Cairo TV 7.
If you want a new car, there's never been a better time to buy one of the best. Because right now, you can choose one of 3 ways to save on America's #1 selling car. Choose either low 4.8% APR financing or get $600 cash back from Ford when you buy a new 96. Or lease a new Taurus and get $600 cash back. Today's selection is great and the savings have never been better. So why wait? See your Northwest Ford dealer today.
Welcome back to Seattle's beautiful Key Arena. This is the first time the AAA Boys Finals been played inside this remodeled old Coliseum, and things have been going all spectacular all week long. And when you talk about spectacular, Al Hairston, Sehome Mariners, 29-0, going for number 30. And right now, this team, and you have to really call it a team because they've got so many weapons from so many different parts of the court.
Right. Yes, it's exactly what you're saying. They have no weaknesses. They played a good half-court defense. They run the ball when the opportunities are there. They can set up and run their half-court offense when they need to. The only problem I see is every once in a while they may force a 3 when they might want to go inside with it, but there's no one person that you can stop on Sehome and beat them. You got to beat a good, solid basketball team.
All right, they lead by 14. Let's head over to Cairo's Nita Wiggins for a special interview.
That's right, Rod. I'm here with Mike Colbreeze, the executive director of the WIAA, and I wish we could credit him with all this great competition. We can't, but we can credit him with a great tournament, and the location, the venue, everything really have fallen into place.
Well, things have gone really well. You know, this is really the pinnacle of a high school student's career to play ball, first of all, be on a sports team, be on an activities team, and then to come all the way to state. This is a great venue for us as well.
You did tell me that there are already talks in place about next year's location. What can you tell us today about next year's location?
Well, one of the things that we promised the center folks is that we'd wait until after this tournament was over, assess it. The Kingdom folks are really interested in having us back. They want us back here. It's really good to have both those options available. The executive board will make a decision no earlier than May. It could be as late as August before we make a final decision on next year.
Okay. Are you looking forward to the second half of this game?
Well, it's a great game so far. I'm waiting for Decatur to come on court and really make it a close one.
Okay, thanks a lot. That's
Thanks,
Mike Colbreeze. Okay. Now let's go back over to Ron.
Hey, Nita, thank you very much. You know, you talk about the great basketball teams, and Garfield, of course, has a great basketball tradition. Sehome right now, they've got the makings of a great basketball tradition up there. They've never won the state championship before. Neither has Decatur. Right. But right now, you know, both teams have had great teams in the past, but right now, Sehome, this team's been talked about one of the great teams in a long time in this state.
I think they fit right up there with some of the greater teams in the state. They got, like I said, they got the inside, they got the outside. They played a good, tough defense, and like I say, to go 29-0 and be in a position to win a state championship, do something no one has ever done, is win 30 basketball high school games in a season. So they got to be ranked with the top teams in the history of this particular sport.
All right. Well, you know, earlier tonight, Bremerton High School girls won the academic award for achievement. In the boys, it's Spokane's Gonzaga Prep. They combined for a 3.5 grade point average. Congratulations to the Bulldogs of Gonzaga Prep. Nice job by them as they pick up the academic award. And we'll return to Key Arena and the AAA final. We're after this break. Sehome, the Mariners, leading the Gators at Decatur, 33-19.
You haven't been here before, or have you? They're serving something you remember called real meals. A place called Boston Market, built around ovens, not microwaves or fryers. Slow-roasted rotisserie chicken, juicy turkey breast in its own natural juices, tender double-glazed ham, and freshly prepared side dishes like mashed potatoes from scratch. Eat like you remember.
Pick up a great home-style meal at Boston Market starting at just $3.99.
We'll have those halftime highlights for you in just a second. First of all, though, Nita Wiggins has a very important member of this game tonight. Nita.
Yes, we've just got Keith Cooper coming out of the locker room. Coach, let's talk about stopping this Sehome team. You're down 14 to start the third.
Well, Evergreen was down 14 last night, and they cut it to 5 in a hurry. I think we can do the same. We got to play a little. We started out a little bit slow. We got to quit being a little conservative. We got to attack and be aggressive and play Decatur basketball. Frankly, we're not real conservative, and so when we are, we're not real good. When we get after them, I think we'll be okay.
Andy Lipscomb with the three-point play, and then Quincy Wilder just affecting several plays coming down. That really got you guys to within 10, but then you just didn't get any farther than that.
Well, Andy gave us a good lift off the bench. One of the things we wanted to do is we're going to take it right at their big kids. We don't know how to play any other way. They block our shots fine. They're a heck of a basketball team, but we're going to attack them. We're not going to be passive.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Nita. And it was an impressive first half for the Sehome Mariners. Let's take a look at our U.S. West halftime highlights. And early on, it was Sehome defense that really led to a lot of scoring, Al.
Yeah, it's it was one of our keys we talked about earlier in the game is easy baskets. And the way you get easy baskets is play a good, tough defense.
And, of course, Sehome's offense as well was very, very impressive. The miss there by Brohanty. And here comes the Mariners. Stevenson, nice bounce pass. Chapman inside to number 34, Ryan Kedman. That's this teamwork at its best.
You can see these guys played together for a long time.
All right, this time, look at this.
It's a high handoff right here. And obviously they've ran that play a few times. There was no call for it. It was all a read. It's just eye contact there.
Finally, after being down 16-0, Decatur got things rolling. Dawson with a nice baseline move.
One of the few baskets that Decatur's gotten in the paint tonight. Sehome has done a good job of cutting off the baseline and then getting a lot of block shots inside.
All right, and Wilder, who's known for his offense, also can pass the ball. A nice pass inside to Roosevelt Morris. Wilder, you know, in the opener had 31 points. In the second game had 31, and he had 33 last night against Mercer Island. So he has been the difference for Decatur. We'll have more from the Key Arena. The score 33-19. We'll be right back with more high school basketball on Cairo TV. Come on back. And you got
it. Might not be any long.
Might not be long if that happens. Jeff Chapman, 36-19. He now has 12 on the night. And now Wilder. Pass in the corner to Stores.
Swing it.
Stores. Dribbles around. Picks up the 12-footer. It's short. Battles for the ball. Out of bounds to Decatur.
You know, when you play a team like Sehome, you're not going to get dribble penetration. You got to get your space. You got to move the basketball, swing the ball to the other side, and spot up and get the shot you're looking for. You're not going to dribble through their defense.
Valesa is showing for the long three. He hits it. They've got to come out. They've got to come out swinging.
Let's see if Decatur stays in that 1-3-1 zone that they just tried last time.
Looks like they're going to stick with it for now, but they've got to get out high enough to keep those threes from happening.
Right.
There it is, back again. That guy, Jeff Chapman, is unconscious.
Can't cover that.
He has 15 on the night now, including 5 3-pointers. All on 3-pointers. So that guy is unconscious right now.
I like that zone, but you can't sit back and you got to get out and attack with it. It's put you in a good attack position. So Decatur right now is sitting back into that 1-3-1, and they need to get out and double and try to make Sehome make some choices.
All right, Valesa over the Wilder. He's dogged by 2 guys.
All night.
Puts it up, comes around, and just slips off the rim. Ball off the Wilder's hands. Sehome from Bellingham comes south down to the Key Arena. Try to take home the state championship. Right now they're up by 17 points with 6:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
We're still in at 1-3-1.
Stevenson, once again, can he hit number 6? Yes. That is his 6th 3-pointer. We'll have to check the record book for the state final, but he's got to be getting fairly close to that.
Might be a good time for a timeout right here because Decatur obviously aren't doing very well in this 1-3-1, and they're not really executing the half-court set.
There you can see the 3 points with Chapman, 6 of 9. Decatur 3 out of 10, the entire team. So Chapman right now has been incredible. Let's see what Morris can do. High off the rim, scores. Nice job getting the ball back out to Valesa. Now in the right-hand corner, it's Wilder. And it's stolen away.
He's attracting a lot of attention, isn't he?
Yeah, well, there's the reason. The guy is averaging 27 points per game. But as we say, so goes Quincy, maybe so goes Decatur. And right now, he's just not been able to get the ball in situations where he can score easily.
That's right.
All right, Stevenson. 42-22, a 20-point lead now for Sehome. It looks like they have gone out of that zone.
They're giving up on that 1-3-1 zone.
And they go inside to Mark Spink.
Right now, this game has turned into a clinic for Sehome. They're getting everything they want out of this. They're getting stops on defense and getting all good looks on their offensive end.
Here's Wilder. Takes a little shot nicely at baseline, 12-footer. He's got to get the ball now every time and try to make it happen for the Gators from Federal Way to get back in this one. So what you're looking at, and I agree with you right now, it has been kind of a clinic. You're looking at one of the best teams in the state in a long time to be able to go through. You've had some great teams at Garfield.
Yeah, we went undefeated my first year with 26-0, and that's, it's a lot of pressure on the team to get it done and do it undefeated. But look like these guys, they can handle all the pressure they need.
We'll be right back. All right, let's take a look at the Sehome dominance. Spink, he puts it up. No good. And there's the rebound by Koskela and the foul. All right, it's a jump ball, so the ball will go to Decatur on this one. Decatur gets possession. They have the possession arrow, and so here we go, down by 20. If they want to get back in this, it's got to happen right now. Sehome on tonight has 9 3-pointers. The record for one player for a 3-pointer is Anthony Williams of Kent Ridge back in 1988. He made 7, and Chapman now is just 1 away. Wait a minute, Chapman has just tied the all-time game record in a tournament.
He's feeling it too. You can see it on his face. It's in that zone that everybody talks about.
That's a nice move by Roosevelt Morris for Decatur. 47-28. But Chapman now with 7 3-pointers has tied the all-time tournament record. The team record, by the way, I believe is 11. Most 3-point shots made by a team, Bethel, in 1995. So they're closing in on that right now.
I don't think that record will last long tonight either.
Let's watch this one again.
Loves that baseline drive. He got a good one side the head there. I know he's feeling he got a few stars in his eyes.
Chapman, he probably doesn't know he has tied the record. There's Spink, double team. Good defense by Decatur. This turn, though, it's Chapman. He misses. Wilder with the rebound. And here comes Decatur. They need to get Wilder going right now. Nice pass back out to Schilling. The long three. Off, no good.
The difference in the game right there. Sehome is making their threes, and Decatur can't buy one.
All right. To Stevenson. And Chapman, the guy's been so incredible. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3-pointers. So that means he's got 21 points, and it's all from 3-pointers. That's a little bit unusual.
Yeah, that is unusual.
All right, Stevenson now. With 3:14 to go. Third quarter. Another long three is good by Chapman. Al, you've seen some great shooting performances in high school tournament time. Chapman's right now ranks right up there.
He's in that zone, but you know the odd thing about it is he's shooting a lot of open shots. There's no hand on the shot, and hey, that's not taking anything away from him, but you know it's not that hard to make those when there's no hand in the play.
All right, Stevenson with the drive. Here comes the Gators. A long pass. Tough break as Storrs tried to get it to Balessa, and it goes out of bounds. Mariners will get the ball back. Frustrating night so far for Decatur, as there's a timeout on the clock, 2:44 to go here in the third quarter. What a great performance by Jeff Chapman. More on Jeff and Sehome in just a minute. Jeff Chapman, that was his 8th three-pointer, which actually ties a record earlier in this tournament this year. Al, another player had 8.
It's still quite an accomplishment with over 11 minutes to play in the game.
So he's tied the record. Sehome up 50-28, 2:38 to go third quarter. There's a drive into the paint, and they call a foul on Roosevelt Morris. Looked like he had pretty good position.
Yeah, that's one of those block charge situations. Just flip of the coin for most officials, just depending on how the flow of the game is going.
Well, let's take another look at it. A nice move inside.
Yeah, he didn't quite have position, and you know when you fake it like that, it kind of turns the official off a little bit. He'll call it the other way.
Sometimes the acting job works, and sometimes they say more. Maybe you need more rehearsal. But I think anybody who's visited a Sehome basketball game this year up in the northwest part of our state knows what they can do, knows how hot they can get, knows how long these kids have played together. And like you say, when you play in a smaller town and you play in AAU leagues, perhaps summer leagues together, fall leagues, tournaments, summer camps, I mean, you're looking at kind of the crowning achievement of these individuals right now.
It'll be interesting to see how many games they played this year as a team. You know, from the time the season ended last year to this point right now. I bet you it's over 100 days.
Battle for the ball. Another miss by the Gators. They've had a tough night shooting. Just the opposite for Sehome right now. Jared Stevenson into the right-hand corner. It's Kettman. No shot clock. Want to remind you one more time. Looks like a backdoor that they didn't see Chapman. Chapman has not made anything but threes tonight. I don't know if he wants to break up that string. But here's Kettman. He drives the base, puts it up a little bit too hard. Nice rebound by Morris. He's triple teamed. He finally gets it to Wilder. And he needs to go coast to coast. And let's see if he does it. He puts it up. And the Decatur bench wants a foul. Nothing called.
There was a little bit of contact there. I'm not sure what was going on there, but it looked like a foul from this angle.
1:32 to go in the third quarter. Sehome up 52-28. And substitution. Schilling into the ball game. Roosevelt Morris comes out. Stevenson. Here comes Chapman one more time. Well, he misses that time. Yeah, he's now 8 out of 12. Still has the tie of the record. How about Kettman? Can he make an NBA three? Yes, he can. There's no real weak link out there, Al.
None. Not one. This team epitomizes everything you look for in a good, solid high school basketball team.
All right, 17 for Kettman. Wilder, who's looked so impressive during this tournament, but tonight they just can't get the ball to him when he really needs to get it. He's underneath now. Real happy to Wilder. Double team.
I think the factor that could be going unnoticed here is the defensive job that Sehome is doing on Quincy Wilder. He just can't get his game on.
He can't get his game going. He's just been out of sync all night long. Billy back out on top. The left side, short. Spink with a rebound. He's got those sharp elbows. Watch out.
He's all elbows.
And there's a foul. The Gators trying to put on a little press there, and I guess they did too much contact.
That's another no call right there, I think. I mean, it's, you know, it made no difference in the game situation. I think that's been a good no call right there.
Well, time running out as we have a couple of substitutions now for Sehome. Joey Anderson, the big forward, is about to come in the lineup along with number 12, Sean Ryan. As they give Spink and Koskela a break. And it's a timeout with 24 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Decatur trailing 55-28. And now, if you are the coach of Decatur now, you know that it's a real uphill struggle down by 27. So you try to set up, like you say, an isolation.
Well, you know, hopefully you don't, hopefully you don't find yourself in a position like this, but right now they just got to turn it up. They've got to.
All right, let's pick up Keith Cooper, see what he's saying.
Quickness defensively. Go for the steal. Okay? When Cubs get you everything, go for the steal. Coming down, then look at run it off in the screen. Justin, you step out, set the screen. Who else you got? Tyson? And you step out, set the screen. You come on. That don't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. We got two guys up. And they're going like this. Just right into the gap. Go double hard. Okay? Look for Lewis right on the base. Okay, you stay up. Okay? Down there, we're going Greg Dawes.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Coach Drew up and playing there. So that doesn't work. He just wiped it right off of there. So he said, well, let's try something else. A lot of things aren't working tonight for Decatur.
Well, the thing I like about that huddle is his positive attitude there.
Right.
You know,
he's coaching. He's doing a, he's doing a good job of coaching, looking for a weakness there, trying to find something that can get this team going. And that's all you can do in a situation like this. Try to be positive. Try to keep the kids upbeat, and like you say, they're going to pick it up. They're going to jump switch every screen and gamble, and it can go either way.
And you saw, look at our huge crowd here at Key Arena tonight. A great crowd for this AAA final. Oh, nice block by Storrs, but they say he had a little contact as well. Justin Storrs, a 6'2 junior forward. Well, let's, I guess you make the call, Al. Did he foul on this one?
Well, it's another example of excellent half-court play in terms of making an extra pass. I think that's the important thing right there.
Right.
It could have been a foul there, but I think that one extra pass that put him in a position to score is the key there.
First one off the mark. 14 and a half seconds to go in the third quarter. Sehome now closing in on potentially their first ever AAA state championship. It's going to take a unbelievable effort by Decatur in the fourth quarter to come back. 56-28. They've doubled the score with 12 seconds to go. Quincy Wilder to Dawson. Dawson back out on top. Billy loses the ball. 4 seconds to go now. 3, 2. Chapman doesn't see the clock.
Empty trips.
And that'll do it here in the third quarter.
Empty trips. It's what's hurting them right now. They're getting too many trips down the floor where they don't even get a shot. You can't get back in the game that way.
Oh, I agree 100%. 8 minutes away now. Sehome, and they're the members of the PE class of Pat Fitter, the head coach. It's celebration time. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here on Cairo TV. Come on back.
There's never been a better time to own a new Ford Windstar. Right now, you'll get $1,000 cash back from Ford when you buy or lease a new 96 Windstar. Or save on interest payments by choosing low 4.8% APR financing. Save on a new Windstar with the most powerful engine in its class and the safety of standard dual airbags and ABS. Security, comfort, style. And now, $1,000 cash back. Test drive a Windstar today, only at your Northwest Ford dealer.
Something's happening at Black Angus.
They're setting out prime rib with your choice of either grilled chicken, barbecued ribs, shrimp, or prawns. Build a prime rib combo with chicken, ribs, shrimp, or prawns, just $11.99.
That's what I like about Black Angus. They know us working stiffs need a little comfort food. Ah!
Welcome back to the WIAA U.S. Bank AAA Boys Championship game. Sehome up by 28 over Decatur of Federal Way. I'm Ron Callum. Alongside me, a longtime coach of Garfield, won 5 state championships, Al Harrison, now the coach with the Seattle U Chieftains. Also, Cairo's Nita Wiggins with us, and that is Jeff Chapman, who has now broken the record for three-pointers in a single game in the AAA tournament with 9 now.
And that's a set play they run for him from the corner over there. This comes off a double screen. He spots up and gets it in the hole.
Have you ever seen a player get 27 in a game?
All threes? No. I don't think this happened in the history of the state, really.
You know, during our break, I think you made a good point about both teams. Sehome has been in a situation, they've been in control of every game. Right. They've been able to rest their better players. They haven't had to play 38 minutes, 36 minutes, 32, whatever.
But when you win by a margin, I think I was reading the paper today, when the average margin of victory is like 30 points, you get a chance to get a lot of people some playing time. You take Quincy Wilder here. In 4 days, I don't think he's had more than a minute's rest. So, and that's not making excuses for because Sehome was playing, they're doing a good job of defending him, but at the same time, you do need that rest. You need that depth on your bench to give a kid a break.
Quincy does seem a little tired right now. He hasn't really taken the ball to the offensive side. He's been passing a lot, too.
He doesn't have energy in his game. You know, there's no bounce in his legs. He's not pushing the ball up the floor the way he normally does. So it's a sign of fatigue, and unfortunately, he's just not getting it done to him.
All right, Sehome now up 59-28. Will Hanty. Tough D by Sehome. I think you're right, Al. The defense has been the key tonight, even though they've been hot from outside. It's their D. It's been the diff. Will Hanty now. He's going to try about an 18-footer off the rim. Fight for the ball. Picked up by Anderson, who gets it to Stevenson. Stevenson now to take the long three. Off the rim, no good. Dawson gets the ball. It finally winds up in Schilling's hands to Brohanty. He loses his way to Dawson. Dawson puts it off, no good. And here come the Mariners. The team from Bellingham in control. And now Jeff Chapman, he's going to have to shoot a foul shot.
He's going to break his string on the free throw line now. Yeah, it's if you look at Decatur right now, they seem like a very tired basketball team.
All right, here's the bounce pass to Chapman. No doubt about that one. Stores was all over him. Prevented the shot.
Well, that extra pass again. Always passing to the man with a better shot.
And that's the old teamwork factor that Sehome seems to. They've got that knowledge. They know what it's all about.
They've perfected that.
They really have.
They are probably one of the best passing high school basketball teams I've seen in a long time. They seem to always be in the right spots. They seem to always make the ball rotate to the guy that has the best shot.
And that's quite a compliment coming from Al Harrison, folks. He's seen a lot of high school teams, believe me. In his how many years of coaching now? I don't want to
talk about that.
All right, another shot off the mark for the Gators. Fast break time, 3-on-2. Great bounce pass all the way to John Ryan. Beautiful.
That's a big lead play right there.
All right, here's Quincy. Brings it up. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. He'll take 2 shots. And with the score, Sehome 62, Decatur 28, 5:43 to go in this one. Come on back. We're going to crown a new champion.
Ever been the only one not to get the message right? You need US West new voice messaging with Group Send. Now you can get the same message as the rest of the group at the same time.
Hey, team, game time's changed. CJ, we gotta go.
You can even reply.
Coach, got your message. We'll be there. The game's earlier.
Dad, I can't find my shirt. I'm gonna be late. Come on, shirt.
Come on, let's go.
With new voice messaging, you'll always get the message. Another simple answer from US West.
A mad bomber. A cop with extraordinary powers of detection.
You're a human crime lab with organic surveillance equipment.
In the ultimate game of cat and mouse.
Police emergency!
They're both about to discover what.
Come on, let's go. Radar up.
Makes.
Where's that bomb?
The other.
Find it.
Tell me!
Tick.
This is the end of the line.
The timer's set. The countdown's begun.
Clear the building, now!
The Sentinel. Premieres Wednesday, March 20th on Cairo TV 7.
Welcome back to the Key Arena. Sehome 62, Decatur 28, and Al Harrison just pointed out the largest margin of victory in a tournament game was Everett. They won by 125 points in 1940. Imagine trying to call that game and keep it interesting.
And that's when they were still, taking out a peach basket after each basket.
They must have had a heck of a team back in 1940. If anybody in Everett knows about them, let us know at Cairo TV on Monday. That'd be a great story. Anyway, Sehome now 62-30.
Full court pressure. Hey.
That's what you got to do. You got to create those turnovers.
All right.
5:38 to go. And here's a man with a bright future when he goes to play college basketball. Quincy Wilder, he is a smooth player. That's a shot by Schilling. A little bit too much of a line drive, but he gets the rebound, puts it up and in. Nice follow. Didn't give up.
Nice second effort. It's good to see that the Decatur kids haven't quit. They got a lot of pride. They worked hard to get here, and I'm sure they don't want to leave out of here thinking that they didn't give it their best effort.
All right, that shot a little short by Ryan. Ooh, nice rebound by Schilling, and there's a foul down there on Sehome. Well, Coach Pat Fitterer, he's been molding this team all year long. He knew coming into this tournament that they would be the marked team out.
Right. And they were right in the mix last year down at AA. And apparently they moved to AAA this year, so I'm sure that gave them a little bit more inspiration to, to get it done this year. And they got a lot of seniors on the team, so they're right there to get it done.
All right, in case you missed it earlier tonight, Blanchette girls win the AA title. Gig Harbor boys win the AA title. There's a nice three-pointer by Schilling to cut the lead to 62-35. And earlier here tonight, Meade of Spokane, they win the AAA title. 11 points now for Schilling. Koskela knocks in a two-pointer, and now it's 64-35, and we're moving out of the 4:30 mark here in the fourth quarter. Sehome closing in on a state championship. Well-deserved. It looks like Decatur's still fighting hard. Nice bounce pass to Roosevelt. Morrow misses the shot. Tough break for him. He's a strong player.
That's one of those easy baskets that you've got to have at this stretch of the game.
All right.
It's interesting he didn't use the left hand. I'm a stickler for that on the left side.
Oh yeah,
that's just coaching me.
Wilder, a little bounce pass back to Morris. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, that was an assist there.
64-37. Who is it this time? This time it's Brady Gustafson with the long bomb. Everybody on this team wants to shoot the three.
It looked like they might break the record for most threes attempted in a game tonight.
We'll see. That's the record for that. In one game, 3 points attempted would be 34, and that was by Decatur back in 1993.
Oh, you know who was here then? Dickerson.
Right.
He was putting it up there too.
Not a bad ball player. Doing so well. Uh-oh. A little bit of heat, but they cooled it off quickly. We'll have to find out about those three-point shot attempted and see how many they've got so far tonight. We've got our expert stats working on it right now. Andy Lipsom's going to come back in the ball game for Decatur at the 3:24 mark. Roosevelt Morris. Morris playing his final game. And so it's kind of an emotional moment when you realize this is it.
And I take that back. It wasn't Dickerson because I know I get 100 calls. It was Bergeson.
Bergeson, right. Yeah. And the ball goes right over our heads. He was Federal Way High School.
Yeah, he put up a few himself, but I think it was Bergeson during that time when they were getting those threes up.
All right, we'll forgive you down there, Federal Way. Good basketball fan. And there's something that might have been nice to see that in the first quarter.
Long time coming, huh? Long time coming.
And there's a foul. They call it on. Looks like it's on Gustafson. So Decatur gets the ball back again. No, am I wrong? Nope. It'll be Sehome ball. 3:07 to go. Up by 27 points.
What's the call? Hell ball there.
So now, when you think about player of the game, does it obviously go to the guy who hits the threes? That's my question.
It looks like it to me. Unless unless Decatur comes back and win this, and we have to give it to Quincy.
I mean, early, Mark Spink was impressive, you know.
Right.
But with 2:55 to go, we're going to take a break and come back with a finish of this basketball game. Sehome up by 27. The earlier on in the season too, they're always a good team. So
this is a tough, very, very good basketball team. They do what all coaches want to see a team do. They do the three plays. They play hard, they play smart, and they play together. And that's, if you can get that out of a team on a consistent basis, you got a good chance to get it done.
And there's another three-pointer. We'll find out. We'll get their three-point totals as soon as we can to see if they indeed break the record. And now it's mop-up time. 77-40. 1:16 to go. Some of the players off the bench now getting some playing time for Decatur. That's Eric Anderson, number 21, with the ball. Over to Ed Rankin. Anderson puts it up a little bit short. Rebound. That's Kyle Felmley. Kyle Felmley in the game for the Sehome Mariners. And this is Josh Terrell, who's just a 10th grader, getting a little action in the final. That's exciting for him.
All right. It looks like Sehome has a good nucleus of young people coming back, so we could see them right back in the same position again next year.
Corbin Stratton also reminded. Look at the excitement on the bench as the seniors realize this is their moment. This is their moment in the sun. 35 seconds to go. 79-40 now, Al. As I think it was in the third quarter, you said they're putting on a clinic.
Yeah, the clinic's continuing. This is part two. You know, it's kind of hard to, it's really hard to stay focused and try to stay positive. I'm talking about Decatur right now, but like I said, they didn't lose this game. They got beat by a very excellent basketball team, so they have nothing to be ashamed of.
Well, before the season started, Sehome said they were on a mission to win this thing. They stayed focused. They tried not to watch TV or read the newspapers this week about how great they are.
Right.
And they got a nice shot there by Chad Myers of Decatur. Puts in a little shot with 27 seconds to go. Sehome now up 79-42.
Well, I think they got a chance to put something in the record books that will be there for a long time. 30 wins in a season. Most teams don't get a chance to play 30 games, first of all, and then to go undefeated for 30 games. I think that record will be there for quite a while.
All right, just 7 seconds to go. 7 seconds away from the AAA Boys Championship. The Sehome Mariners of Bellingham. Congratulations. Jubilation here in Key Arena for the fans who've come down south from Bellingham as the clock winds down. 3, 2, and that'll do it. Sehome wins big. All right, the two coaches shake hands. This wasn't one of those last-minute dramatic wins. They knew it was coming, but the excitement and the celebration is still here. And it's time to shake hands with a valiant effort by Decatur, although when you start off down 16-0, when they came out so tight and cold early, you put yourself in such a deep hole against a talented team.
True. It's almost impossible to come back from a situation like that in this situation where you're playing against a good, well-coached, polished basketball team that's not going to beat themselves regardless, and you spot them 18 points, it's almost over before it starts.
Well, it was a pleasure to watch both teams during this entire tournament. Quincy Wilder has to be one of the favorites for tournament MVP just because of his performance throughout. And tonight, you've got to go with Jeff Chapman. Whenever you hit 9 three-pointers, it's incredible. Let's go to Nita Wiggins. Nita.
Well, we've got the winning coach, Pat Fitterer, here, surrounded by his family and by an arena full of happy people. Tell me what you think about tonight's win.
Hey, tonight we were just off. Kids got better and better, and I really got to thank these people because they love it. They put up with all my neglect. They just do a great job, but these guys put on a clinic tonight. We were great.
How does it sound to you? Sehome 30-0 this year.
It sounds awesome. I don't think it's ever been done, but everybody deserves it. It's this group of kids.
Jeff Chapman was so impressive with those three-pointers. That really helped a coach, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's a whole team thing because Garrett Stevenson did a great job of getting them the ball, the big guys. I mean, this is a true element of team basketball because they play great together.
The people who watched you last night say that the team really did not celebrate the semifinal win because you had more work to do. Well, you got the work done today, didn't you?
Right. I mean, we goal set for this, and we just did a great job. Thanks.
Congratulations, Coach. We enjoyed the game.
Thank you very much.
Well, Anita's talking about number 24, Jeff Chapman. He scores 28 points, Al, and he doesn't make one two-point basket. 9 threes and a foul shot. I don't think that's ever happened before.
No, I don't think so either. I think Coach Ritter is in a good position. He can take those 4 kids and leave with them and just do it for another 4 years. I bet you would love to be able to do that.
Oh, wouldn't that be exciting? But you got to congratulate Chapman. Ketman had a great night as well. He had 19 points. Spink, who early on led the charge in that early run, he wound up with 9 points. So, but Chapman, I think there's no doubt he's our player of the game tonight.
I think so too. I think Spink is the guy that got him started, though. Got that, gave him that spark early in the game, a couple of dunks, and the inspiration that that gets the team off to a good start, and then Chapman takes over and it's all over with.
And you can hear the crowd roaring. It's the folks from Bellingham, Washington, have come down to win the state championship. And as we mentioned on our graphic, no team has ever won 30 games before until tonight in one season, Al.
Right, that's a heck of an accomplishment. Like I said, most teams don't get a chance to play 30 games. They must have played in a lot of tournaments during Christmas.
All right, and our U.S. Bank player of the game, 28 points, a record 9 three-pointers in 14 attempts, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Nice job by Jeff Chapman, the senior guard for the Sehome Mariners. And so it's been a great year for the Mariners, whether you're talking baseball or basketball now.
Yeah, when you first were talking about the Mariner Moose, I didn't really pick up on the connection there, but they really got it done tonight.
Well, they definitely had the refuse to lose thing going up in Bellingham, and it paid off as you watch them holding up the championship trophy. Most valuable player trophy, and there's the team trophy. First place. That's always nice. Al, you've been through moments like this. What's going through the coach's mind right now?
Well, I'd probably think for the coach it's probably a relief right now. That thought goes across your mind. You say, well, we got it, and then you say to yourself, well, no one can take it away from us. At this point in time, it's theirs. For a year, that trophy stays in their school. It belongs to them, and nobody can take it from them until March of 1997.
And there you have it. There's Mr. Jeff Chapman, who just had that's one of the greatest long-distance high school shooting performances you're ever going to see.
Right.
Everyone was talking about Quincy Wilder and their defense to shut him down, and I think the fact that Decatur had to rely on him so much this season, and the fact that he played so hard the past 3 games.
Right. I think that was a big factor. The fatigue factor was a big factor.
And, let's talk about Quincy. He was just named the most valuable player of the tournament. Despite the fact they didn't win, that's quite a feather in his cap.
I think it's well deserved. I think if you look at it in terms of the best athlete, the best single player in this tournament, I think Quincy Wilder deserves that. But it just goes to prove to you that one person can't really get it done when you're playing against a good, solid team of 5 or 6 or 7 guys that are willing to play together and make that extra pass and play the defense. It's almost impossible for one man to do that, to beat that kind of situation.
Joining Quincy on the first team, all-tournament team, Mark Spink of Sehome, Jared Stevenson of Sehome, and, of course, Jeff Chapman of Sehome. Add to it John Cannon of Evergreen, who also had a great tournament for the team from Vancouver. Second team, Deron Mobley from Mercer Island had a great tournament. Ryan Kepman from Sehome, Brian Falkenborg of Redmond. He was tough inside for the Mustangs. Derek Neslin from Evergreen. He's got a great future in college basketball. Grant Leap of Mount Vernon, and Nate Collins of Pasco. So what a great week. We forget to talk about the bands that show up, the cheerleaders. It's a great atmosphere every time. I did like the feel of the tournament here inside Key Arena. I know there is talk about going back to the Kingdome next year, but we will return to Key Arena and more of the festivities for the Bellingham victorious Sehome Mariners. Come on back.
I'm Jim Palmer. The Money Store has built its business by helping homeowners reestablish their credit. For over 25 years, they've specialized in helping people who are behind on their mortgage, credit cards, and other loans to establish a new budget with one loan, one payment. So if you have credit problems and own a home,